The following video will contain a lot of delicious food, so you may not want to watch an empty stomach. Hey everyone, Scott with the Scott Man, and we're here in beautiful Oakland Township, Michigan, in the unincorporated community of Goodison. We're here to do not a restaurant tour, but a cider mill tour, because it is October. Yeah, pardon a lot of the cars. Orion Road is a very busy road, so you're gonna hear a lot of cars in this part of the video, so I apologize. But yeah, it's October, so it's cider mill season here in Michigan. Michigan has a lot of great cider mills full of great fresh apple cider and of course donuts. So I'm going to be covering a few different cider mills around Metro Detroit in this video, but please note I will not be visiting Yates Cider Mill or Franklin Cider Mill because I've already done separate videos on those two places, with Franklin Cider Mill being the most recent one from a couple of years ago. But they're both fantastic cider mills. You gotta check those out too. But we're starting off here in Oakland Township in front of the Paint Creek Cider Mill. This one has a little bit of history to me, just because this was a cider mill I used to go to with my late grandparents a long time ago. We used to get some delicious apple cider and donuts because they lived not too far away from this area, so we were able to get some fresh apple cider and donuts and take it back to my grandparents' house. But yeah, it's like there used to be mills built here going back to 1855. That's not, obviously that's not the original, because the original mill was dismantled and was constructed in the 1950s to create a cider mill. But yeah, what's really cool is that you don't have to just get apple cider or donuts here. I'll be getting a little bit of that too, but you can also, there's also like a little restaurant or cafe inside as well, where we're gonna get some lunch too. So a little bit more of a traditional restaurant slash cider mill, so yeah, I love the combination. All right, I should probably head inside. All right, so I've got a table outside. I wanted to sit over by the opening over there, but there were too many wasps over there. There was some that were flying like right by my face. But this is a lot better over here, but yeah. You just go inside, you order at the counter. There's not really much places to sit inside there, at least for what I could tell, but they have a lot of great food, from barbecue to lots of sandwiches, ice cream, and of course they even have pizza. So what I got is the turkey Reuben, which of course has delicious turkey, Russian dressing, and of course the Scott Man Classic or coleslaw. And then of course, have had to get some apple cider and donuts. One thing to keep in mind is that the apple cider that you get here in Michigan, or usually in the United States, is usually alcohol free. Although some places you can get alcohol in, but typically not in the US. And of course, got some delicious donuts too. These are really, really tasty. And with apple cider too, you can either get it cold or warm. I prefer warm apple cider, but it's kind of a warm day today, so I figure why not get it cold today? You can tell how fresh the apples are, and here comes a wasp. Oh well, but I'm not allergic or anything, but still, they're not pleasant to be around. All right, it's time to take a bite of this turkey Reuben. Yeah, the turkey is absolutely delicious. The coleslaw is amazing, and they toasted this sandwich very well. I wish I grabbed a napkin, but oh well. But yeah, it's like if you're looking for traditional apple cider and donuts from a cider mill, but I also want a little cafe to go to, Paint Creek Cider Mill is the place to go. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, unfortunately I could not finish the rest of that apple cider because that wasp actually followed me to that table and ended up thawing my cider, and I couldn't drink the rest of it. But at least I got to drink 2/3 of it, which is still good. But yeah, that was really, really tasty. Oh yeah, apparently there's a road named after my good friend Greg Snell. How cool is that? Probably not. I know it's not, but it'd be cool. It would be cool though. And here's the Paint Creek itself. This little creek goes all the way over to the Clinton River down in Rochester. And what's cool about the Paint Creek Cider Mill is that you're within walking distance of the Paint Creek Trail, which is a beautiful nature trail for hiking and biking, which connects the communities of Lake Orion and Rochester. So after eating some cider and donuts, you might want to go for a little walk along the Paint Creek Trail. Because yeah, just walk along Orion Road and you go off that way a little bit, and then you get to the main trail. All right, so there's more cider mills we're gonna check out in this video, so don't go anywhere. And we're here at our second cider mill. We are located here in Northville, Michigan at Parmenter Cider Mill. It's another very popular cider mill. Well, as a matter of fact, I got here 30 minutes after they opened and the line was really long. And it's even longer right now too. But yeah, compared to the Paint Creek Cider Mill, which I technically filmed a couple weeks ago, but it's in the same video, it's a lot cooler today. So it's like we're all wearing jackets. Thankfully, I just got back from the Czech Republic. It was a little cold there, so I'm kind of used to these colder temperatures already. So this won't be too big of a problem. But yeah, another great cider mill with some fresh apple cider and of course some donuts as well. So we'll get a couple donuts and of course a cup of apple cider. This time we're gonna get it warm. Because one, I prefer it warm, and two, the weather's cooler out, so it'll be a lot more suiting. All right, so got a table outside and time to have some more donuts. And of course, this time I got some hot apple cider because it's a lot chillier out today. So, I got a couple donuts here today. Oop, decided to get the cinnamon. It's like they offer cinnamon, sugar, and also just plain. Yeah, these are very sweet. Very good. Time for some hot apple cider. Oh, yeah. Fresh apple taste. As I was saying earlier in the video, I prefer apple cider warm, but the last place I had to get it cold because it was a warm day, but not today, so thankfully it's not too hot, so that way I don't have to spend like 30 minutes blowing on it. This is good stuff. So that fresh apple cider we just had, you could watch it being pressed here live in person. How cool is that? And also at a separate booth too, you can also buy some fresh nuts as well. And apparently you can get some fudge as well, but for some reason they're not selling fudge today. Oh well. Those donuts and that apple cider was absolutely delicious. So, yeah, Parmenter is another great spot. And one thing this time is that I did not have a pesky wasp surrounding my stuff this time. Because yeah, when I went to Paint Creek Cider Mill, the wasp basically wanted to consume the rest of my apple cider. This time, yeah, I did not have that problem. But yeah, it's located here in Northville, about like a good mile northeast of the beautiful downtown Northville. And it's another great spot for some great apple cider and some donuts. I will say that compared to some of the other cider mills I've been to, it's like there's not a ton to do here. It's more just a cider mill. But still, if you're looking just to get some apple cider and some donuts, there's nothing wrong with Parmenter's, because Parmenter's is a great spot. Okay, make sure I'm not about to get run over. Alright, but we can't just stop here, because there's another cider mill we have to check out. So let's go. And we're here at our third and final location here in our cider mill tour around Metro Detroit, although we're technically outside of Metro Detroit a little bit because we're out here in Armada, Michigan, which is out near Romeo on the northern, or the far northern part of Macomb County. We're here at Blake's Cider Mill. It is a huge complex located along here on Armada Center Road. It's near, or just east of Romeo Plank Road, about a mile or two west of downtown Armada. And this is again a huge complex, very popular. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's already getting very crowded. Some people are starting to park over the overflow parking lot across the street, but there's still spots open in the main lot though. But yeah, it's like you got everything. It's almost like you have, if you're a kid, this is like a amusement park out in the country, because like you got a cider mill, you got a restaurant, you got a huge fun center or fun land, which a lot of different attractions, such as like a rock climbing wall, a slide, a petting zoo, there's even a haunted adventure event or attraction here too, especially here in October with Halloween coming up. But I'm 33 years old, so the fun land's probably a little bit. I'm probably too old for the fun land, but so won't be covering that in this video, but you'll definitely be checking out the cider mill, and of course we'll be going to the restaurant too, because yeah, there's an actual restaurant. So in the spirit of a restaurant tour, we're going to check out the restaurant. And one thing I forgot to mention too, there is an apple orchard here too, there's like a U-pick here too, where you can pick out apples and other fresh produce as well, depending on the time of the year. And of course, in addition to this good old apple cider, there's also hard cider here too. So that's one cool thing about Blake's, is that you can get hard cider and any other alcoholic beverages here too. So if you're looking for some alcoholic cider or hard cider, Blake's is the place to go. Okay, so let's up at the cider mill. I'm gonna go get some hot apple cider because it was cold last night, so I need to warm myself up. All right, so just went inside. A lot of people in there, but they have a lot of people at the register, so the line moves really, really fast. But what's cool about going inside is that you can see apple cider being made in the process, which is really, really cool. And then not only that too, but they also sell all their other great products in there too. Hey, you even get a caramel apple in there too, which is really awesome. But I had to get one of their donuts. That looks like they put a lot of cinnamon on it. And this looks good. And of course some hot apple cider. I'm gonna have that cool down a little bit. Lots of cinnamon sugar, absolutely delicious. All right, I decided to take the cap off this apple cider, so that way it cools down a little bit faster. Still really hot, especially compared to the apple cider I had at Parmenter's last weekend. Pretty good, I have to say. Fresh apples. Oh, this is good. That apple cider really warmed me up. All right, so that was a nice little appetizer, but we need to get an actual lunch. So I'm gonna be heading over to get some lunch before we close this video. And over here at the tasting room, that is an actual restaurant. So as I was just talking about that earlier, but I think the time has come to go get something to eat. It's a little early, so looks like there's a little bit of a line for me. So I'm gonna maybe get my name down so that we can get a table pretty quickly. All right, so what's cool about this place, you can either eat inside or outside, and it's not too bad. I was decided to get a table outside, and look at the salad. I decided to get one of the salads because it's a very popular dish here. You got apples, romaine lettuce, dried cherries, roasted pecans, pumpkin seeds, and of course apple vinaigrette dressing. I'll go ahead and pour this on here. Here we go. It's fresh and delicious, but does it taste fresh and delicious? This is good. Fresh apples. Of course, the apples are from here, of course. Dried cherries add extra flavor to it. Oh yeah. That was quite good. But yeah, one word of caution though, especially on a weekend in October, if you want to eat in the restaurant, yeah, get here early because otherwise you may have to wait an hour even before lunch. It's like, I can't even imagine what it's like now. but yeah, Blake's has quite a lot to offer. From, of course, the cider mill, we got a tasting room, which is basically the restaurant. You got a U-Pick center, where you can get like apples, pumpkins, another different produce throughout the year. And then of course you got a fun land over there for the kids. And even some quick eats too if you want. So Blake's is fun for the whole family. So Metro Detroit is home to a lot of great cider mills and different orchards where you can get some fresh apples or fresh apple cider, donuts, you name it. So we covered 3 in this video because we started at the Paint Creek Cider Mill out near, like, between Rochester and Lake Orion, Michigan. We also went to Parmenter's in Northville and then finished off here at Blake's here in Armada. I may have to check out a few more cider mills maybe next year or something. And of course, and I do have separate videos too that I filmed at Yates as well as over at Franklin Cider Mill. But yeah, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this cider mill tour as much as I have. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thanks for watching, and this is Scott of the Scott Man signing out.